Hi, everyone. Welcome back to episode 11 of Derm Next Door. Today, we're doing something very special. So, we are recording on video in a studio, which is super exciting. I'm Reem. This is Ali, my co host. We're both board certified dermatologists in New York City. And yeah, let's get started.
Perfect. So we will start with what's hot. We're going to talk about radio frequency. So first, we'll do like a little bit of a spiel about what radio frequency actually is. We have talked about it in previous episodes, but we'll just go into a little bit more depth. And then we're going to talk about something scandalous that recently just happened.
Yeah, so radio frequency, I love it. I think it's a great tool to have in a dermatologist's office. There's different ways to do it. So
Let's talk first
Yeah.
about like how it actually works, because it sounds kind of nebulous to people that have never heard of radio frequency before.
Yeah.
So what is it actually doing?
So with the radio frequency wavelengths, it basically, well, it's thought to kind of stimulate collagen, tighten the existing collagen, help with crepey skin. It's known to help with acne scarring as well, or different types of scarring. Pigmentation, I feel like, I'm not sure, but
That's a stretch.
yeah, it's a stretch. I don't know if I believe it. But it's great for like if you do radio frequency with microneedling for like after pregnancy.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
laxity, it's good for
Laxity.
tightening,
Yeah.
things like that. And let's talk about devices that people might know about so that we can give you a little bit more background. But
Yeah.
things like Thermage,
There's-
Morpheus.
Morpheus is when it's combined with microneedling. So with the microneedles, they kind of enter the skin and then the radio frequency emits. So it's at a deeper level. Celebs X, which is similar to Morpheus. I feel like Morpheus gets a really bad rep,
Yeah.
of like losing. We can talk about this, but we've heard of like people who have done it and then lost a lot of fat in their
Yeah.
face, which made them kind of look older.
Right.
That I've never seen that happen personally, but I'm sure, with the wrong settings, if you go too high, if you overstimulate, you get like, atrophy of the fat.
Mhm.
I think that makes sense. So it's very user dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And so basically we're using it for tightening, laxity, abdomen. You can use it on the arms, you can use it on the neck. So there's tons of uses. And it really is marketed as a non-invasive technology. And that's why the FDA recently put out a statement about 5 days ago that is basically saying that this is not non-invasive. There are risks. And it's being marketed as this thing that's kind of like a gadget that you can find at spas. But it is actually a lot more than that. So let's talk about, let's go into the FDA statement a little bit more.
Yeah, so basically a few days ago, it's been all over social media, all like dermatologists are addressing it. There was a warning by the Food and Drug Administration, which basically, when I hear FDA warning, I think, is this cancer risk?
Yeah.
Is this, dangerous? But it was just basically like to summarize, only to say that it's user dependent. So be wary of who does it for you,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
So we always preach this in every
Yeah.
episode, but they were really making a point to crack down on unlicensed operators. So
Yeah.
apparently there's a lot of people that are, again, doing these things at med spas.
Or in their basement.
Or in their basement,
Yeah.
exactly, and not licensed to do so. So let's talk about some of the risks, because that's where all of this is coming from. Again, they're marketing this as something that is non-invasive, no risk, but there certainly are risks. So let's talk about
Yeah.
some of those.
I feel like any device that requires a special outlet,
Mhm.
right? Like you need to get a special electric outlet, or that pierces your skin, whether it's with a needle or like certain lasers or, injectables. I think that I consider that invasive.
Totally.
So that's kind of my definition. I know some people say, okay, well, a facelift is invasive, but anything else is not. Like if cutting the skin, I don't believe so. I think things like the threads, like the PDO threads, I think that's invasive too.
Oh, totally.
So kind of like my definition. The risks associated, so kind of like what we've heard, what we've seen, like I said, the loss of fat. So you can imagine the whole point of kind of retaining your youth is to keep the structure of your face. So if you lose fat pads in certain areas on your face, it can sag your skin, it can accentuate lines, you get kind of like a droop, you can get accentuation of your jowls, like the lines here, the marionettes. So that's the number one fear. On the neck, I think there's a bigger risk because you don't have as much kind of like sebaceous, like oil glands, or you don't have as much sweat glands. So you're more at risk of kind of developing that, poor healing, the loss of fat, that accelerated aging. Again, user dependent. I think
Right.
it's safe, but it depends on who you go to.
Totally. And other things, so remember that the science behind radiofrequency is that it's electromagnetic energy, and it's kind of like dermal heating. So it is heating part of the skin. So there have been reports of burning with radiofrequency, nerve injury, and scarring. So it's definitely not risk-free, and it is, again, something you should be seeing a dermatologist for.
Yeah, I've had people come in and tell me that they have severe pain that persists. Like they've had the procedure, like maybe sometimes like a year or more than a year ago or a few months ago, and they have this like nerve damage, which is honestly so scary because anything nerve related, we don't have great medications for or great treatments for.
Totally.
So then they're on pain medications for this, for a procedure that was non-invasive.
Yeah.
Another thing, like you mentioned, the heat. So I've seen with, you know how the Morpheus is kind of like a square or like a rectangle? I've seen people with like the marks.
Oh, no.
With pigmentation because of the heat.
Yeah.
So you always have to be careful, especially if you're more likely to pigment, like skin color, like my skin tone, I pigment. So that's another thing that we see commonly. And then, I think radio frequency, like all therapy and things like that, very user dependent.
Yeah.
Right. But this is just, these are separate from soft wave. That's a different like mechanism.
We will have to talk about soft wave separately. But in summary, radio frequency is definitely hot, but it does come with risks. And we totally support the FDA statement that was just put out. Very user dependent, not risk free, and should not be done with an unlicensed operator.
Yeah.
So
I wish they would put out warnings on other devices.
Yeah.
Right? Like the
I think it's
Fraxel
coming.
or like,
it's probably coming.
Yeah.
So it seems like people are cracking down on unlicensed operators. So
how many times do you get messages from patients, although this is not HIPAA, this is just in general, where they've gone somewhere else and gotten a laser facial, gotten burnt, and then they're asking for your advice?
All the time.
All the time. And then they send me photos and I'm like, I cannot comment. I don't know what you got done. First of all, why are you going and getting these laser facials done when we offer them and we do them, with expertise? But like the audacity,
it's not safe. So we don't support that. But yeah, hot, but needs to be controlled.
Yeah.
So moving on to bothered, I wanted to talk about estrogen creams because unfortunately this has been coming up too much. So I want to put a stop to estrogen creams. So let's talk first about, I guess, what estrogen creams are used for. I think generally speaking, we think of them more outside of dermatology. So maybe used in gynecology, things like
vaginal dryness. Atrophy,
exactly. When you're perimenopausal or menopausal, postmenopausal. So that's what you and I think of just in terms of what we've learned like in med school, et cetera.
Yeah.
But lately, a few people have come in and said, oh, like my friends are using estrogen creams on their face. Like, how should I use it safely? Blah, blah, blah.
First of all, where do they get? My question is there an over-the-counter with
true.
estrogen
That's a
cream?
good question.
I think they're all compounded, like they're mixed.
It is compounded, yes. So I think someone out there is giving out these compounding creams, and these women are putting estrogen on their face. And so someone was asking me how to use it, and I'm like, quite frankly, I have no idea because this is not like science-backed, right?
The thing is, like, I understand the idea of hormone replacement therapy for perimenopause, menopause, postmenopausal, whatever. I'm actually all for that. Like, aside from like dermatology and skin association, like skin stuff, health wise, I feel like women in general, doctors don't listen to women, you know what I mean, when they talk about menopause and like all
Mm-hmm.
their symptoms. But now recently with all like the landmark studies, when they looked at like the safety profile, like the
Yeah.
cancer risk, it is actually beneficial in the right candidates. Although
Yeah.
I can't comment on that because again, I don't treat like menopause. But I feel for these women and these patients who come in and they have all these symptoms, and hormone replacement therapy helps them, right?
Mhm.
Does it help their skin? I'm not sure. And I don't think we have that
And that's the whole point.
information,
That's the
right?
whole point. That
Yeah.
we're not, so we're dermatologists, we're only dealing with skin.
Yeah.
So yes, we understand that hormone replacement can help in certain situations, but I think women are using it with the thought that the estrogen is rejuvenating the skin or doing
Yeah.
something that's certainly not.
Yeah.
So there's no science to back up that estrogen on your face is doing anything.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So there's no real kind of study that looked
Right.
at women that, a good way to do it is you would apply the estrogen cream on half of their face.
Yeah.
And then the other half, you don't put any estrogen. You put like a placebo or like just cream. And then you follow them over, I don't know, I would give it a year, right? Like not even 3 months. I want a year follow up and see, did they have less like wrinkling on that side? Is their pore size different? Do they get less acne on that side? Like with perimenopause, you get more hormonal breakouts. So that's what I want to see. Once I get that study, then I'll feel comfortable saying like, hey, you know what? This actually works.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable prescribing it.
Right.
My thing is when people come in, like women, and they ask me about it, I ask them like, have you experience any perimenopausal symptoms outside of the skin, like,
Right.
hot flashes, fatigue, whatever, loss of concentration. Like, have you brought that up with your gynecologist? And if they haven't, I say that's the first step. Like, talk to them. Maybe you would be a candidate. And then you're taking it internally, so it should help, right? Like, theoretically, more so than a cream,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's opening a can of worms just because, like, if there's no science to back it up, we're not doing it. So
not topically, but I mean, like,
no,
in general.
but in general, I mean, it's not even our wheelhouse. So
No.
yeah. So I think just to keep it back to the main thing, which is the estrogen cream, we do not, we're bothered by it.
Yeah.
We do not support it, at least until there's some science or some evidence that it actually is doing something.
And then another thing, sorry, before we move on, another thing about it is that it's been linked to melasma topically. So a lot of women have been using it, especially around the eye.
Yeah.
And it's been causing hyperpigmentation. So is it triggering melasma because it's hormonal?
Right.
Because we know melasma is like hormonal, heat, and all those things. So yeah. Okay, that's my bone to pick with estrogen.
And we also need to do an episode on melasma, but we'll do that soon.
Yeah. A series on melasma.
Exactly. Okay, moving on to side eyeing. So we wanted to talk about knee Botox. So we've talked about like cool areas for Botox, trap tox, the Barbie tox, Nefertiti lift. What else have we talked about?
We haven't talked about this, but there's like scrotox as
well.
Oh,
we did talk about scrotox. We mentioned scrotox.
I mean, special population, but yeah.
But yeah, I love that people are so creative, and now people are doing knee Botox, and apparently this is like, it's like a status symbol or something. I read online.
I want to try it on my knees.
I do want to try it. Yeah. But basically, I think celebrities are doing it, like if they have a red carpet event and they're looking a little bit crepey, wrinkly on the knees. So remember, we always talk about like the chest, the décolletage, hands being kind of like those hidden parts of the body that really show your age, but knees are the new ones.
Yeah, knees and ears, I would add. Like, I feel like ears really show your age. That's why I always slather them with sunscreen and retinol, and they're always peeling, but I love it.
Yes. So what do you think? You would try the knee Botox?
I would 100% try it. My question is, what muscles is it targeting on this?
Well, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah, but just like from my recollection of anatomy.
You'd have to review the anatomy for sure. I mean, patients never asked me to do it. Have you ever been asked?
No, but I've actually tried this on in residency on someone, calf slimming with Botox.
Interesting.
Where how people have like hypertrophic calves a little bit, and so, but I don't know if it affects your strength and like walking abilities. It kind of scares me.
I would worry about that. Yeah. And also, isn't it good to have a strong calf?
Exactly. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, right now, knee Botox is trendy, and we're side-eyeing it, but we would low-key probably do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, good. Next, we are going to talk about, so next segment is Derm in the Wild. And I wanted to talk about the $650 Red Sculpt Facial. So this apparently is a facial that Lady Gaga does, Rihanna does it, probably a lot more celebrities. I hope this is her name, but Tracy Barton, I think it's her spa. She's in Manhattan. So I looked up the protocol that they use. Have you heard of it?
I've never heard of it.
So I'll tell you the protocol
Yeah.
and then you walk me through
And
your
then
thoughts.
I rate it.
You rate it. Yes, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Okay, so basically you come in, apparently it's a very posh spa.
Okay. 10 out
And
of 10.
then
Okay.
I guess the spa owner has her own room.
Okay,
where she sees clients because like they have other people that work at the spa, but like
Okay.
she has a special room apparently.
All right.
Okay.
Exclusive.
Very exclusive. We
Okay.
love that. And then she starts with microdermabrasion.
Okay.
Okay, explain this to our listeners.
So it depends how she does it. Is it
We don't
manual
know.
or is it with a device? Like a
I would
suction?
assume that it's
suction.
with a suction.
So basically, it's like a suction device, and you kind of go over the skin, obviously, and it's exfoliating, but it's, I would say, medium kind of aggression,
Yeah.
right? Like it's not a regular scrub,
Mm-hmm.
but it's, it's not a hydrofacial either.
I think the point is
Yeah.
that it's exfoliating.
Yeah.
So then,
So, okay, 7 out of 10.
okay.
Okay.
Then she does LED flash.
0. I don't
Zero.
Because I don't even know what that is.
Like I'm
Just
assuming
light?
it's like red light.
Okay. Depends how long, depends the wavelength, like what
Yeah.
kind, you know what I mean?
Well, let's assume that she's using a good wavelength and
3,
it's a flash, so it's probably like 3 to 5 minutes.
2.
2?
2.
Okay, yeah, we still
like
need
not
to
an
do.
absolute 0 because like there's some studies for red light therapy,
I know.
right? But I
Our
don't know.
listeners are going to come for us if we don't do a red light
I think-
episode soon.
No, but I think we should go try this facial for ourselves for research.
I know, but we need $650.
Okay, fine, you go.
Okay, so LED flash, you're giving that a 0 or 2 out of 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
0 to 2.
Next,
Range.
okay, this is scandalous. So next she's doing a Radiofrequency Sculpt Pass. So I actually saw a video of this. I looked
Okay.
it up and it's like these it looks like not acupuncture needles, but it's like
Like needles or
yes.
blunt?
sort of blunt.
Blunt needles, okay.
And she just like is passing it through the face.
So it doesn't penetrate.
It doesn't
So
penetrate.
just kind of like a current, I guess?
Well,
Like a-
they kind of call it microcurrent, but yeah. So let's call it microcurrent. So it looks like a blunted needle tip that's just kind of passing over the face.
1.
1? Wow. Yeah, because we don't like microcurrent.
Yeah, I don't understand
This
what
is a
that
scam.
means. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. And then last step is an oxygen mist. Now this sounds magical.
I
What
like
do you
the
think
experience.
this could be? But have you had an oxygen mist before?
No, but I've seen them. Like it's like a metal cylinder,
Okay.
right? And then it just blows oxygen or
Okay.
air. I mean, it sounds nice.
It sounds great.
I would say 5 for experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So basically, there was an article that I found where someone had gone and done it and said that she was instantly sculpted for like 4 days afterwards. So she was completely snatched, cheekbones looking so snatched to the gods, and just tight, fresh. So I don't know. I mean, can those things do that? I mean, I guess if Lady Gaga and Rihanna are doing it, it must work.
I'm sure she combined some form of lymphatic massage with it, like during the facial, like at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like that, I think does kind of sculpt the face with kind of getting rid of the lymph, like the edema, the fluid, excess fluid. But I don't think it would last for days.
So
right?
I
Like,
would
it's like a
consider
few
this like
hours.
performance skincare,
Yeah.
which means like it's all this like, fluff that you're doing, like
Yeah.
microdermabrasion, LED flashing. It sounds super cool.
Yeah.
But literally it's probably just like you said, moving around the lymph and like vasodilation from like manipulating the skin.
Yeah. And
Which
like,
is fine.
I think it's great. I mean, 650, I would pay 100 for that whole process. No?
Yeah.
Max. I'm not even sure I'd pay for it. I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
I just wouldn't do it.
Okay, I'll be the one that does it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. I really want to try it. And I'm all about performance skincare. I mean, even if it's 4 days, that's why they use it for red carpets, you know?
Hmm.
So everything has a
But they
purpose.
probably combine it by a visit to their dermatologist,
True,
and they're
true.
getting the micro Botox, like stamping, all of that, and
Yeah.
then they kind of credit it to the facial.
Yeah. So
You
if
know?
you were going to have a red carpet event, what would be on your like list that, and you only have maybe like 1 day to prepare for a red carpet, what would be?
Okay, so I just took like photos yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like engagement photos, and the way I got ready, I got my Botox 2 weeks ago, like
Mm-hmm.
that, did it myself. A week before, I kind of go like up my acid game just to
Mm-hmm.
kind of get that like flawless like
Right.
finish. So instead of like once or twice a week, I'm like 3 times a week using my AHAs. My retinol, I keep. I would do the stamping where you do it's a mixture of like micro Botox with a little bit of like filler and just sometimes people add vitamin C. I don't think I would add it just because I'm very
Mm-hmm.
sensitive. And then just kind of stamp the face,
I love that.
forehead, cheeks, because it helps pores and it helps like give a glow.
Mm-hmm.
It's very transient, so it lasts like a few days, but I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
That's fine.
I'm
That's
okay with
exactly what
that.
we need.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
probably do the exact same. Just a
Yeah.
little Botox.
No lasers, like
No, no,
not so
no.
soon.
No,
Yeah.
no. And then maybe a tiny bit of kiss in the lips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know how that
Yeah,
is.
well, I swell up so much, so I can't do it like the day before.
Maybe a little lip flip.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
that. Speaking of, I would add a mask, like maybe
Yeah.
like those like Pillow Talk Derm or what is it called? Adrice Derm, whatever. She
Mm-hmm.
has this like flash mask with like AHAs, vitamin C
Mm-hmm.
that's really brightening.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like doing that the day of or the day before. Also, let's not forget teeth whitening strips.
Oh,
Right? Like
true.
the full, so whitening strips, get a, haircut, do your hair, nails.
Yeah, I need to up my game on dental care because a patient was asking me the other day about like which toothpaste she recommends, whitening strips.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I don't know.
We should do a whole, I mean, I'm not a dentist, but
Maybe
we should
have
episode.
a dentist on.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be
That'd
good.
be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So we're here for the Tracy Martin Red Sculpt Facial. I will be trying it. I will let you guys know. Um, and next we're going to talk about the best products right now.
Yeah.
So I have 3, but why don't you start?
Okay, so let me pull up my list because these are just, I mean, obviously I use all products that I love, but I'm always trying new things.
Yeah.
So what I'm obsessed with currently is the Biore UV Aqua Rich sunscreen.
Okay.
I got it from a Japanese convenience store because you can't get the regular formulation here anymore in the US. Thank you, FDA. It's like my go-to every day. And then my new like foundation / sunscreen that I have on today that I feel like
Looks amazing.
doesn't it look amazing? It's kind of like medium coverage, which I like. I'm all about the glow and everything. Most days I don't have like makeup on, but this is a good like sunscreen every day, and it sits well. It's by this Australian brand called Ultraviolet.
Okay.
And they have like a tinted sunscreen, but it's just so much coverage. I don't even have to put concealer on after.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm obsessed with it. They just launched, sponsor us, but they just launched in the US, which is amazing. I used to get it like at the airport at duty free. And they also make lip products, which I love. And then my OG Bioderma Micellar makeup remover. Like,
oh yes.
it's my
Love.
I think it's the one product that has stayed constant in my like vanity.
I probably had a Bioderma in my cabinet for like 12 years.
Literally 12 years. Yeah. My favorite thing ever. I love the mini ones. Like
Me too.
I probably have like 3 at home right now. And then what else am I loving? Oh, the Avene Sickle Fate Serum.
Okay, I haven't tried the serum.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
Because I love the Sickle Fate cream. It's like a cold cream, but it doesn't, I mean, it feels really good, but it's not something I can put makeup on top of and go out, right? Like during the day, it's more a nighttime thing. This I can do in the morning. Like, let's say my skin is dry. It's winter, and winter is not my friend when it comes to my skincare. I get really dry, especially like this area. My lips get dry. So I do that now before I put a moisturizer on. So I do that kind of as a serum. And then I put my moisturizer, let it sit, and then sunscreen. So I'm obsessed with it.
Ooh,
You have
I
to
gotta try
it.
that. Yeah, because I feel like my number One brand that I recommend, drugstore, would be, well, CeraVe,
Yeah.
but then Aven.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with all their products. I haven't found a product of theirs that I don't like, so I will definitely try that.
Yeah, 100%. That, and I think the La Roche competitor is the B5 serum, like the blue.
Don't like it.
Yeah.
It smells.
There's
a fragrance.
This doesn't have a smell,
Yeah.
which is, and it also stays like it. You know how sometimes you use a serum and then it gets tight and then it's dry again? This doesn't do that, the Aven. So do you
I'll
have
try
it? Should I give you a bottle?
Yes, give me a bottle.
Yeah, I have an extra one. Okay.
Okay, and for me, so similar, we were talking about Bioderma.
Yeah.
Another cleanser that I've had in my cupboard for 12 years is the Emma Hardy Cleansing Balm. Have you ever tried
yes.
it?
This is like from OG YouTube days,
Yes.
right?
Okay,
Yeah.
we were probably on the same YouTubes
I think
because like we
so.
were using like P50 and I follow a lot of
Were you,
British YouTubers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pixie Woo.
Yes, exactly.
But now they're like different.
That was like 10 years ago.
Don't age us right now.
Sorry.
Okay.
But no, the Emma Hardy Cleansing Balm, one of the YouTubers said it like 10 years ago and I've been hooked ever since. It's like one of those products that maybe I'll go like 6 months without using and then I'm like, crap, why did I stop using that?
Yeah.
So
is that your first cleanse?
Yes, it's my first cleanse and that's what I use to take off everything. So if like during the summer, I like to use Bioderma more, or like if I'm wearing eye makeup, I'll wear the Bioderma. I'll use the Bioderma. But the cooler months, like fall, winter, I like to use Emma Hardy as my first cleanse because it has moringa seed oil in it.
Yeah.
So and it has vitamin E, so like it feels like it's getting everything off, but not stripping.
Yeah.
So that it's like cushiony. It's beautiful.
It's
I
like
love
luxury.
It's luxury and in a cleanser.
Wait, an aside. Speaking of YouTube, did you also follow Carly Bible? Do you remember her?
Yes, I did.
Do you know what I just found out this morning? She got back together with her OG boyfriend, Brett. Do you remember?
No, I don't. Oh wait, I do.
Yes, they're back together.
Oh my God. We should do like a beauty YouTube like
nostalgia
trivia or something. Yeah.
But they broke up for a while.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
They just got back together this morning.
Oh my God.
I saw it on Instagram. I'm like, I have no one to talk to about this, but now I have you.
Yay. I also love the Maylove peptide serum. So Maylove, apparently, I think they were started by someone at oh my God, I'm blanking, MIT. So apparently it was like a project and then they started this skincare brand and it's similar concept and vibe to The Ordinary. Like it's simple ingredients, no frills packaging, relatively affordable. And they have a peptide serum that's actually surprisingly good.
Really?
Yes.
Like comparable to like mid-range. Like,
yes,
really?
Totally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has niacinamide, panthenol. It's good for in the morning when you're feeling a little bit more dry than usual. I like to use it right after my vitamin C. And then I put the peptide because you remember you always want to go thinnest to thickest.
Yes.
And then I seal it in with my moisturizer and I love it. I feel like it does make a difference.
I need to get into peptides. I feel like I tried them a few years ago and I didn't know how to incorporate it into my routine without causing like pilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like now with the newer formulations, I want to try this one.
There's some good ones.
Yeah. Okay.
And then lastly, this might be controversial, but I was a victim of TikTok marketing.
Okay.
And I bought the Medicube collagen mask.
What is up with Medicube? First of all, who works for their marketing right now?
I know, right? Medicube is like it's a Korean brand, I think. Don't quote me.
Not
but
sure, yeah.
But they do all of these like, I don't know, they're sort of gimmicky.
Yeah.
But
we love it.
I know, I love a gimmick. And so I bought the collagen mask and I put it on, you put it on at night and then it comes off. It's like snake skinny in the morning and you peel it off in the morning.
I love it.
But like it does work.
Really?
But I don't understand why because collagen, we
doesn't
should talk.
penetrate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it's doing, but like I feel like I wake up with a glow. It's probably just because like I have other stuff on at night and then I put this silly mask on and it just occludes everything. And
it
I'm
probably
like,
helps
oh
it
my
like
God.
penetrate, like all your other ingredients.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love it. And I love like peeling it off in the morning. Like do you watch on TikTok? My TikTok needs to be like, I need to ban my TikTok because I use it way too much.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of like cop talk and food reviews. But then I get a lot of I forget what they call it, but it's like girls that take off everything in the morning. Like they take off all their masks, they take off their
like
tape.
the getting ready in the morning, like the weird like the 12, 15 steps.
And they take everything off, and it's like ASMR. It's so soothing. I love it. But yeah, it's probably not doing anything, but we love that.
No, I love that. I feel like you learn so much from TikTok,
Oh,
and it's all
100%.
about how you use it.
Yeah.
I get all my like crime news and like stories from
Yep.
TikTok.
I
That's
get
like my algorithm, like hearing like
mine
crazy
is like
things.
body cam footage. It's really weird. But one time we can talk more about our TikTok. We could go through our TikTok feeds, and actually we might be creeped
I
out.
feel like we
It
should
would be
not
too,
do
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
in
It's too
public.
personal.
Yeah, way too personal.
Okay. Well, some good favorites. And then let's talk about our New York City favorites.
Okay, so I have a few. I'm gonna start with New York City proper. I recently checked out this new Korean restaurant called Golden Hof. It's the sister restaurant to Golden Diner.
Oh, with the pancakes, with the viral
Yes.
pancakes. Have you had the
Oh,
viral pancakes?
yes.
Okay.
So I didn't even know they were viral. I actually just kind
You
of
just ordered them. You went and you ordered.
I kind of
like a
saw it on
boss.
Resi. I'm like, oh, we should try this place. So we went, and when I was going there, I told my friend that, oh, this is like whatever where I'm having lunch, and she told me to order them.
Mhm.
So then I go and I got the kimchi. I didn't know which one, so I got the kimchi pancake, which is
Mhm.
amazing.
Mhm.
It's basically like fried kimchi with salmon roe and like different like vegetable. Amazing. And then we had like other things which were fine,
Yeah.
but the dessert pancakes, I'm not even a dessert person.
Yeah.
But I almost finished half of it. Like,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
delicious. Yeah.
Wow.
So you must try. I feel like you learned that from TikTok. Maybe I should get on TikTok more.
You should.
And then another restaurant, I think we talked about last time, Au Cheval.
You did. You
I
mentioned
loved
the
it.
burger.
Yes. And then Joji Sushi. Have you had it before?
No, I've given up on sushi because everything is omakase in the city, and I'm not down.
No, this is not omakase.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
sick of having to like go through like
Like
which
a
one is the
journey.
sit down, which one's omakase.
Sushi Counter is good by Lower East Side. We should try that together.
Okay.
But anyways, Joji Sushi is like a Michelin star, like amazing, but not stuffy. Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
normal, like really nice. And then Toby's Estate Coffee in West Village.
Okay.
So cute.
Really?
Yeah, adorable. Like I recommend like going there in the morning, like on the weekend, walking around. I did that this morning actually, and like seeing all the Halloween
That's
decorations.
so cute. Yeah.
And then last one for me. So last weekend we went to the Catskills.
Okay.
We stayed at the cutest little boutique hotel called the Bradston, which is on a wildlife preserve. There's a lot of there are bears apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. And we did some hiking, and we did you know where Woodstock was? Like
Yeah.
the OG, like Bethel Woods. So the area where they did Woodstock, like the actual festival, like in 1969, is on this piece of land called Bethel Woods, and it's also like a wildlife kind of reserve. They have a museum, and they had a Halloween festival, which was like jack-o'-lanterns, 1,000 carved pumpkins with like a
Wow.
wagon. So we went. We had like hot chocolate.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah, so wholesome. I love Halloween. Like
Me
this
too.
is I love the fall. It's like my favorite.
Next season.
Yes.
Thank God.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
I'm praying for
Everything
them.
good happens in the fall.
I know.
The breeze is coming in. It's nice and cool, crisp. Knicks are playing.
Yeah. It's my color palette.
Yes, true.
I'm an autumn. I'm an autumn winter. So like I love like dressing for the winter for like fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So must if anyone is in that area. So this was by I don't even know. When I say upstate New York, I feel like it's all the same. But this is in the Catskills, so it's like by the border of Pennsylvania. And it was just so beautiful. Like seeing all the leaves.
I should do that. Yeah.
We should go together.
We should.
Derm next door takes on nature.
We have to make a list though, because every podcast episode we're like, oh, we should do that. We have head spas.
Could you tell we have ADHD?
We need to go to Korea. We need to go get our $650.
That'd be a great trip though, Korea.
Yeah, we should do that.
We have okay. I think that's like number one.
Okay. For me, just a few. Bar Bonobo, I can't remember which neighborhood it's in. It's definitely West Side though. But anyways, I loved it. It's a nice vibe, nice drinks, nice food.
Yeah.
Super cutesy. Speaking of Korean food, I checked out Barnju 35. It's I think there's a few Barn Jews, but I don't
never
know.
been.
It was really good. The food was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And then Bonnie and Mott, that is in Nolita. That was so good. Basically, the vibes are immaculate.
Yeah.
And yesterday night, since the weather was nice, the like windows were open and
So
it's very
nice.
moody. It's dark. The food's really good. Tapa style, which is nice. I feel like, you have to get who's not eating tapa style now.
Yeah.
Everyone's sharing everything.
Yeah.
Like
And
you
I feel
can't
like
just order
small
your own.
portions, and it's good to try a lot of different things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I'm really bummed because I might be missing the Halloween dog parade today.
I'm going after this.
What the? Okay.
You want to come with?
Yeah, let's just go.
Let's just
Because we were
go.
gonna go get lunch, so we might
No,
as
we're
well
gonna
just.
have lunch and go. It's
Okay,
from
let's
1
go.
to 4.
Yeah. I just have to go to Pilates.
What time is your Pilates?
2:15, but we'll
Okay,
make
guys,
it.
everyone.
Yeah. We'll schedule after.
But I'm so excited.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And I checked out some of the Halloween decorations on the Upper East Side.
So
It's always
nice.
a classic every year.
So nice.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Amazing.
Yes. So to look forward to, we have to do a red light episode, or else
I think we should, but I feel like for red light, we have to
we have
get
to
a
use
device.
one. I know.
And then give it 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Like the scientific method.
Yeah.
And then we can kind of say
Okay. Well,
if it works
send
or
us if
not.
you guys want us to talk. Send us like any recommendations or any questions
Yeah.
that you guys have that you would want
Yeah.
us to cover for the next episode. But it will probably be later October or early
Yeah.
November.
Well, I'm looking forward
Yes.
to everyone. Allie's hosting a Halloween party.
Oh
I'm so
yeah, I'm
excited.
hosting a Halloween party. You guys should come, please.
I was just thinking, I wanted to get dressed as a skincare product.
That's
what would
cute,
what would
but
be your costume if you were a skincare product?
Oh, CeraVe healing ointment, duh.
No, but you want to scare people. I would be like St.
Oh.
Ives scrub,
I would be
apricot scrub.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
If I
How
wanted to
does-
scare people, I'd probably be like a PDO thread.
How-
I don't know how
what
I
would
would
the
do that.
execution be?
I don't know. Or I would do what else is scary in skincare?
I don't know. I'm really scared of that scrub. I'm trying to think what else. The Clinique astringent like toner.
Yes, or anything fragrant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
But anyways, thanks so much for watching and listening, guys. Send us your feedback.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
bye.
Bye.